Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's Quis. The shirt tie through you. I know. Hey, I'm on my way to an interview, and this. Hey, you gotta dress for success because even though I'm going for an entry level position, I want to be management, and I'm capable of that. So we're gonna do a few interviews with my good friend, a returning visitor to the couch, and then I'm gonna get ready to go get me a JO. So, shouts out to my guests. You want to say hi to the people?
Hello, everybody.
I would like to welcome back Poetess, Andrea, Down for Jesus. I forget the order. I know I probably missed up one of them. But if you watched, I can't remember, Andrea, remember which episode it was that you were on?
It was the one God, I don't
11.
remember God versus or something about church people, or it was something like that.
I think it was 11. If I'm not mistaken, it was actually
Yeah,
episode 11.
yeah, episode 11. Yeah.
So if you watch that episode and you know that Andrea, she is a very devout spiritual person. I wouldn't even label her other than to say that she has a very strong relationship with God, as I do myself. Although some people, you catch me in the wrong moment, I probably sound like a heathen. But Andrea, we were talking about the rapture. Shouts out to everybody who's still here. I'm not sure if the rapture happened and we didn't just get left behind. So I want everybody that know me to call me just so I know you didn't get raptured. My man Tyler Clark, he said he will send me, some equipment. Tyler, I heard from you. Did you get raptured? Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Because that equipment you said you're going to send would make the couch global. You know what I'm saying? I can take the camera and go. Listen, you can come with the equipment, Tyler, and be my tech manager. Just text me, call me. Let me know you're okay. You even got to send the equipment. But Andrea, what do you have to say about the rapture? We had a lot of conversation before we started taping. So what were the high points that you wanted to talk on?
Well, what I wanted to make, the point that I wanted to make, and I'm going to bring you the word for the word from the Bible. In Mark 13:32, it says that, but the day and the hour no man knoweth, nor the angels in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. To put it briefly and shortly and simple, if Jesus don't know when he coming back, how you gonna let some man tell you he coming back? Hello.
Especially a man that was wrong in the past and calculated it.
But with all jokes aside, I really feel that brother needs to be prayed for, and I had stressed that in the blog myself. Really, we all, and I'm raising my hand. I was laughing too, but in my heart, I really grieve for this guy.
But you know what? You know what though? He has not been since the rapture. So the funny thing is,
don't say that, Marquise, because I was like, during my blog, I was like, you sure you weren't predicting your own death, guy?
Well, I can't keep up with the numbers, but I think only 7,000 was supposed to come. So it wasn't like, everybody would just come to work. Like 4 people wasn't going to be there. Mathematically, the rapture could have came. And the thing is, even to be joking and facetious, because I'm not just speaking to the Christian identification. I mean, every people has a doomsday idea. We just watched the movie Thor, and they believe in Ragnarok. That's the end of the world that the Vikings have been talking about, thousands of years ago. The point is, what if the rapture did come and it wasn't literal? What if some of us have ascended? I mean, look at me. Post-rapture, a shirt and tie. If you go back to the first episode, I got on some funky pajamas, okay? So I'm ready. I'm ready to live a heavenly life, a life that is inspired by good and ascended, and I no longer have fear. I no longer am afraid of my potential. I put my number up on Facebook. My number is 315-876-0122. Get at me if you want to get on the show, if you want to work at me. I'm not afraid of the devil, the serpent, the snakes, because no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And Andrea, if that ain't being raptured, then what is? I'm in heaven right now, looking down on earth. When I talk and deal with people, I'm not with you right now. I'm so far past where you are right now. I'm just trying to bring you to where I am, okay? You can touch my hand, but my spirit is no longer here. Or it's not just here, okay? That's a confirmation right there.
Lifted up in the spirit. That is a beautiful thing, to be lifted up in spirit. And, Keith, people have their own opinions and their own beliefs. And, as I stressed to you and I share with you, my job, my mission and motive in life is to tell people the goodness and the love of Christ and to encourage them to develop their own relationship. Because I don't know what your relationship with God is. You don't really know what mine is unless I tell you.
Right.
That's just my whole thing. And the only thing that I would want to say to the people who are listening, get your relationship right with God. And, because there is going to be a time. It's coming.
And that was crazy. During the rapture, the whole, joking about it, my favorite comment that I made was that I want a t-shirt that says, I survived the rapture and all I got was herpes. And, for those who don't get it, for all 5 of y'all out there that's, watching, trying to work with me to understand it. I mean, come on. If you really thought the world was ending, why wouldn't you go out there and, go beast mode? And some people probably did, but At the end of the day, Andrea, everything you say, I feel. And I just want my viewers out there that aren't Christian, the atheists, the people who feel like, well, I can't listen any further because these are just two, Bible thumpers. No. God, to me, means everything that God means, whether it's luck, fate, Allah, Muhammad, Satan, whatever you believe in enough to move you, that's God, okay? Big G, little G.
Because he is the creator of all things, not just the good.
And it's
He's creator of all things. And I think people, I'm just going to just say this really, really quick, but this is the thing that grieves me as, and I made the comment last interview we had. And I'm not one of those, Christians that want to just apply the blessings and the good word to myself.
Right.
I apply those warnings to myself too. That means something too, like judging, condemning.
Right.
I can't do that.
Right.
I can't do that either.
So in essence, you're saying you can't discount those people who believe something counter or opposite of what you believe is just done and to be written off. Is that what? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
What I'm saying is that the word of God is what it says, the word of God. And, however people comprehend it, it's, people don't like the truth.
I don't know. You got a little political on me there, Andrea.
I can't judge that because my thing is like, I really like this visual. I was not sitting on God's shoulder when he was putting the purpose and plans life together.
Right.
So who am I to point my finger at and look down on you? My job is just tell you, okay, listen, I love you. I don't know why and what you're going through, but God loves you. Just keep believing. Keep having faith.
And that's what it boils down, and that's the key right there, people. It's love. I believe that the vilest Illuminati, cold, bull, mason, evil individual go home and hug the shit out of his child or mother or grandmother. You know what I'm saying? All that shit that they do on this side, the worshiping the evil, the enemies of people, that's a job. It's a horrible job, but it's still a job. And I feel that these people at the worst of the worst compartmentalize that because they don't live in a cave somewhere, as far as I know. They come out and interact with us, And so whether you're Rupert Murdoch or one of the Koch brothers, you still, or is it Koch brothers? They either way, it seems like it apply either way. I don't know. No offense. Yeah, offense. I'm sorry.
One thing that what I think about my God is that my God is not a God of a religion. He is.
Yes. And that's the point I'm making. That even the worst person.
He wants us to love him.
And that's the point I'm making.
Man-made theology and all this
right.
Other
Exactly.
It's about loving him.
Yes. Thank you.
He
Amen.
wants us to have unconditional love.
And that's what. Yes.
Love is like you can't love somebody. Okay, I'm gonna love you only if you do.
Oh, preach! It's some people hear that message. Yes. That conditional love. Yes.
I love you while you're on the corner slaying rocks.
Yes.
I love you while you're incarcerated. I love you while you're out there selling your body.
Preach.
I still love you. I still love you.
And anything other than that is evil. Anything other than that is evil. Yes.
Conditional with our love. God is. Just imagine. What if God was conditional with His love? I don't think none of us would be right here, right now.
And that's, what, Andrea, that's the point. That's what I tell my wife. That's what I say to my family. That's what I say to all my so-called friends. People are so quick when you on point, they want to come up and have people seeing you, oh, this is my friend, this is my loved one, and stand next to them. But as soon as you embarrass them or act in a way that they don't like, they distance themselves and they allow themselves to blend in with the haters and naysayers, like they don't remember when you was killing it. You know what I'm saying? How can you judge somebody by the least amongst what they do and not the greatest or somewhere in the middle? Bottom line is, love is God. And that's what's more important, whether or not your God wears a turban or has a beard or pitchforks or the trees. Bottom line is, if you ain't feeling love, then I love you. I got love for you. But this is not about being a Christian or being spiritual, loving God. This is just about open your eyes and stop being so full of hate. I mean, because what are you really hating? Yourself? Well, go kill yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lose yourself.
One thing about
bring the world down with you.
To notice someone else hating on us. But I've grown to a point where, before I go to say that person hating on me, let me check me. Because sometimes you'll figure out that you're your own biggest hater.
But you know what? That's funny too. But I take an opposite approach. When my haters hate, I don't look inward because I understand if two people can see something I do or say and come two different ways. One person feels the knee-jerk reaction to correct me or to question me. The other person sees me and either says nothing or explains it in a way that makes it understandable to me. I'm always going to criticize my haters, the message that they bring to me, whether I hear it because it was behind my back or they post an indirect comment on Facebook. If you hating on who I am, I'm not going to feel you and I'm not going to see you or hear you. But if out of love, you come to check me or criticize me, then I'm going to receive your message. But if all you want me to see is the bullshit, fuck that, you ain't right, you know what? I'm not hearing you, okay? Because you're not coming to me in a way that is humble enough for me to hear you. Therefore, you don't want me to hear you. All you want me to hear and see is the hate. So I'm not going to react to that. I'm going to see it, but I'm just going to pray for you, love you, and just see that something's wrong with you. You know, I put so much bullshit on Facebook and Twitter. I love when people feel to take it personal or to comment on it in a negative way. Why'd you pick this comment? You read all the bullshit I say, but you just snap. Oh, I gotta say something, and then you gonna cyber thug me. Now you got a cyber thug because that was the one that got you. Oh, shouts out to cyber thugs.
But you know what? Speaking of haters, I really truly my haters to be my elevators, and it's like I heard something my pastor said, and when he said it at first, I really didn't catch it. But like I said, as I continue to walk this walk I'm on and this journey I'm on, they do become elevators for me. They'll say, okay, it motivates me because apparently I'm doing something right. So there I'm going to take what you're saying and increase it and get better at it or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and what?
You're really elevating me to do better. Thank you.
What were we talking about earlier?
Love them.
What were we talking about earlier about when you're drowning and you learn how to swim and somebody else is drowning and they pull at you? If you are a strong enough swimmer, then you can carry the people that are just grasping at you, and maybe they reach for your neck, but they just grasping at you for a lifeline, for salvation. So as a Christian, as a Muslim, as an atheist, scientific, logical, reasoning individual, I don't care what your title is, as a human fucking being. If you see somebody screaming at you, yelling at you, trying to take shots at you, understand that they have chosen you as an ideal of perfection, of greatness. Earlier I said I was perfect and people took exception at that. One person in particular, hello, look at me. I'm going to put myself in a dictionary as perfection because for those people who subscribe to, no one is perfect, I reject that. I'm perfect. So I'm going to go to Webster because I guess now there isn't a perfection, a definition of perfection. So I'm going to have my picture. So when you say no one is perfect, you'll see my picture under perfect because otherwise, as far as I understand, there's no definition of perfect. It's just a big blank. All right.
Well, like I had shared with you before, that the word perfection to the world is something. It's something that you can. It's material. This is just my opinion. I think people, when they hear the word perfect or perfection, they're looking at material. But spiritually, it means maturity.
God made no mistakes. So how can I not be perfect? Because if you don't subscribe to that, I got 9 other reasons to define my perfection. How about false?
I'm glad you brought that up, that God makes no mistakes. Okay, I got a question.
Okay.
When we were talking about this, if God makes no mistakes, then why do we allow people to make us feel bad by putting us down? And for the people who out there putting folks down and saying somebody's not good and no good, God don't make nothing bad.
And that's the point that I said earlier. God has created an obstacle course for all of us. Even with some of us, the end result is different. Maybe you don't get to a Christian God. Maybe you get 42 virgins and some sitars playing in the wind. Maybe that's your exit. But at the end of the day, everyone has an obstacle course to transverse. So there's snakes, there's pits, there's traps, and those people and those feelings of doubt. When I hear the devil's voice, it's my voice. When I hear the God's voice, it's not my voice. It's the voice of my mother, my sister, my wife, you, and all the people across that says, you can do this, okay? So that obstacle course that is life, it's just a matter of us being able to get past it to get to salvation. And if you subscribe to the belief of reincarnation, you might not get to the end in one lifetime. That's why you see children with old souls. I'm 30 years old and wiser than people twice my age. And that's a blessing, okay? I recognize that, okay?
Yes. It's a blessing that God has blessed you with that wisdom and that knowledge. And I agree with you. There are some people, in their senior that don't have the wisdom or the knowledge or even the spiritual, but I don't down nobody for that. If anything, listen, let me just say something to you that will make you think or pull you up or make you seek God. Seek Him more. And that's the whole thing, to seek God for your purpose.
And on that,
it's like, as brothers and sisters, we have to uplift each other and encourage each other. Like I said, I might not understand what you're going through, and it's like, I might see something that I don't necessarily like. That's just, I don't like it, but that doesn't take the love that I have.
Come on, A-Gang. Ain't nothing not to like about this. Hello, perfection. But on that note, we got about 10 seconds before the tape ends, so we will see Andrea again. This has been the Couch. Love you. Peace.